4 years ago, I said, we got an absurd situation in that we have told our young people that in order to get ahead, to do the right thing, you need to go to college. You need to get a good education if you're going to go out there and get the good jobs that are available. That's what we told the young people, and they did. And the result of that is millions of young people graduated school or they dropped out of college, deeply in debt. How many people here owe college debt? I should have asked how many people do not have college debt. 45 million Americans are now dealing with debt that amounts to about $1.5 trillion. And I learned about this a couple of years ago when a young lady in Burlington, Vermont, who is a doctor working in a community health center, when she said, Bernie, look, I love my job. I'm so happy I was able to go to medical school, but I'm $300,000 in debt. And I couldn't believe that. And then I heard in Iowa a young woman telling me she went to dental school, $400,000 in debt. And we got people who go to graduate school. I sat down with some young people from Howard University who are going to be teachers. They're $100,000, $150,000 in debt as they prepare to go into the teaching profession. So I thought about all of this stuff, and I thought about talking to people from coast to coast who literally cannot get married and have kids because of their student debt. They can't buy a home because of their student debt. They can't buy a car because of their student debt. Every month they're paying off that student debt. Meanwhile, the millennial generation, for the first time in the modern history of America, will, unless we turn it around, have a lower standard of living than their parents. So the conclusion that I reached is that if we could bail out 11 years ago the crooks on Wall Street, if Trump and his friends can give over $1 trillion in tax breaks to the top 1% and large profitable corporations, if they could do that, we can cancel all student debt in America.
So, yes, if you didn't already know, Bernie Sanders wants to abolish everybody's student loan debt, and he plans to do so by imposing a tax on Wall Street speculation. Sanders' logic is simple and makes a lot of sense. Back in 2008, the American people had to bail out Wall Street. And now Sanders thinks it's time for Wall Street to return the favor. Besides wiping out all student loan debt in this country, Bernie plans to utilize his proposed tax on Wall Street speculation in order to join the many countries around the world and make public colleges and universities tuition free. And we should join the many countries around the world and make public colleges and universities tuition free. Education should be a human right. We already guarantee education K through 12, and we should extend that guarantee into college. Again, education should be a human right, and not something people feel discouraged from pursuing due to the financial implications of going to college, because right now, student loan debt is one of the major issues facing this country. And it is a major issue. Unfortunately, a lot of Americans face substantial debt, all for the crime of deciding to pursue a higher education, and it isn't right. And neither is the fact that the American people were forced to bail out Wall Street. So, I think Bernie is right. It's time for Wall Street to pay the American people back, and abolishing student loan debt seems like a great place to start.